Coronation Street is preparing a fresh chapter for Debbie and Carl Webster over the coming months as the pair attempt to rebuild their troubled bond. Tension has surrounded Debbie and Carl ever since the truth emerged that they are mother and son, with Carl repeatedly resorting to emotional manipulation in order to get money from her. Now that Carl is remaining on the street after the end of the soap's major murder storyline, attention is turning to whether he can genuinely support Debbie as her dementia worsens. During a recent Coronation Street media event, producer Kate Brooks revealed that Debbie's condition will continue to develop throughout spring and summer, although viewers will still recognize the strong and lively woman they know. She also explained that Debbie's close friendships with the women around her will stay central to the storyline, while her romance with Ronnie remains stable. However, the biggest challenge lies in repairing her fractured connection with Carl. Brooks described Carl as a deeply complicated person, pointing out that he often acts selfishly and puts his own interests first. Debbie is fully aware of those flaws, which means their relationship can only move forward if it becomes genuine rather than centered on money. According to Brooks, rebuilding trust between them will not happen quickly. Major drama involving the men in Debbie's life is still ahead, as the show aims to give her moments of happiness before her illness becomes more severe. The producer also confirmed that Coronation Street plans to focus heavily on Debbie's friendship circle, with several of the women receiving important storylines of their own. Brooks praised Christina, Glenda, Sally, Debbie, and Bernie as an outstanding group whose warmth and humor bring energy to the program. She stressed that Debbie will not be the only woman taking center stage. A significant future storyline has also been planned for Bernie, involving Kit and tensions within her family. While details remain secret, the plot is expected to unfold later in the spring and early summer. Meanwhile, Sally and Tim will face a major challenge that tests both their marriage and their abilities as foster parents. Brooks teased that the unexpected twist will completely disrupt their lives and force them to confront difficult decisions together. She added that viewers will see Sally and Tim in a very different situation from anything they have dealt with before, giving the popular couple a fresh dynamic on screen. The upcoming developments will eventually connect with a separate storyline involving Christina. Brooks explained that Christina and George are viewed as one of the show's strongest couples, while maintaining the importance of friendship within the series. Amid all the glamour and confidence she brings to Coronation Street, Eva Price is best known for her unwavering devotion to her family, and it appears her daughter Susie has inherited both that loyalty and plenty of attitude. The Driscoll family have been thrown into chaos ever since they arrived in Weatherfield to take charge of the Rover's return. Ben recently discovered that the man he believed to be his father is not biologically related to him at all. Instead, he learned he was born from his mother Maggie's affair with Jim McDonald, a truth that only surfaced when Maggie worried Ollie might unknowingly become involved with his cousin, Amy Barlow. As if uncovering his true parentage was not devastating enough, Ben has also been told he could have inherited the same heart condition that claimed Jim's life. At the same time, the family has been shattered by revelations that Ben's youngest son, Will, was groomed and sexually abused by his former sports coach, Megan Walsh. Megan's manipulation stretches back years, and Sam Blakeman also became trapped in her toxic behavior. The abuse and torment he endured left him struggling with serious mental health issues. Even though Sam tried to warn his family about Megan's actions, Will's refusal to speak out and the lack of evidence left police unable to act. With so many people close to them suffering because of Megan, Eva joined forces with Leanne and Toya Battersby in an effort to force a confession from her. However, Megan refused to crack under pressure, remaining completely determined not to admit any wrongdoing despite their attempts to intimidate her. Just when it seemed there was no hope and Will remained firmly under Megan's influence, an unexpected intervention from Tim Metcalf finally helped him understand the extent of the manipulation and abuse he had suffered. While trying to reach the airport in Tim's taxi so he could leave the country with Megan, Will was stopped after Ben and Eva realized he had taken his passport. They quickly contacted Tim and urged him not to let Will out of his sight. During the journey, Tim opened up about his own experience as an underage boy involved with an older woman, Tricia Pinkerton. Although Tim had once dismissed the relationship as something that was simply accepted in the past, hearing about Will's situation forced him to see it differently. After initially rejecting Sally Metcalf's insistence that he had been abused, Tim finally recognized the truth about what happened to him. On the drive to the police station, Tim told Will the choice was his. He could either run away or report Megan. Tim's words clearly struck a nerve, and Will eventually entered the station, reunited with his loved ones, and gave an official statement explaining everything Megan had done to him. However, the ordeal is far from over. As Will struggles to cope with the aftermath, the rest of the family continue to deal with the emotional scars left behind. In a new spoiler clip, Eva drags Susie home from school before informing Ben that she had thrown a bottle of pop at Bryn, the son of Chesney Brown and Gemma Winter. Standing proudly with her hands on her hips, Susie confidently insists she is a good shot. When Eva and Ben question her actions, Susie explains that Bryn had been talking about Will and Megan doing stuff together. She then asks if the rumors are actually true. Before the conversation can continue, Chesney and Gemma arrive demanding answers. Despite Megan now being under arrest, her actions continue to create pain and turmoil for the Driscoll family, with even the youngest members being affected by the fallout. The question now is whether they will ever truly be free from the damage Megan has caused. Coronation Street fan favorite Sam Blakeman has become central to one of the soap's biggest current storylines, with viewers witnessing his mental health crisis grow increasingly serious. Away from the drama in Weatherfield, however, many fans have been wondering about the real age of actor Jude Riordan. The young performer has taken on a major role in recent episodes as Sam's condition continues to deteriorate in the aftermath of the shocking revelations surrounding Will and Megan's relationship. While Sam's on-screen life has become deeply troubling, Jude has recently had something far more cheerful to celebrate in real life. Sam's mental health struggle has developed into one of the most heartbreaking plots on Coronation Street in recent weeks, with the teenager finding it difficult to separate reality from hallucinations. After attempting to handle everything on his own for a long period, the people closest to him have finally begun to recognize just how serious his situation has become. Matters worsened when Sam became convinced he had spotted Will Driscoll at school, before later believing he saw him again at the Red Wreck. During the unsettling moment, Will appeared to blame Sam for destroying his life by exposing the truth about his relationship with Megan. Terrified and overwhelmed, Sam reacted by smashing his telescope while running away in panic. However, viewers later discovered a shocking twist. Will had never actually been there, as he was traveling to Paris to visit Megan during that time. The scenes grew even more emotional when Sam seemed to get into a fight with Will in the Ginnel, only for it to later emerge that he had actually been battling nobody at all during another hallucination. Coronation Street is usually broadcast from Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. on ITV.